welcome. I'm going to start by just saying it was great to get a big win for us. Really happy with our players and happy for them. And they've worked extremely hard and prepared with a sense of urgency and practiced that way. And I felt like our walkthroughs at the end, as we get close to kickoff, were focused. And so our guys, I didn't think we played our best game, but we did what we needed to do. And really encouraged by the way we closed out the game, being able to, all three phases working together. We get the punt, you pin them down on the one, we get a 3 and out, and then our offense takes it down and scores with about 5 minutes or 4 minutes to go in the game, and made it a 10-point game. And so being able to finish, got 3 takeaways in the fourth quarter defensively. So those are the kind of things you're looking for to be able to, finish out a game on all 3 phases doing their job. So encouraged by that, and just got to continue to work to be at our very, very best on game day and eliminate some of the mistakes and continue to grow. As far as the game itself, offensively, Cole Guest was our offensive player of the game. Really happy with his performance. Ran really hard and with a sense of urgency and purpose, and held on to the football. They do a great job of creating takeaways themselves. Coach Smith emphasizes that tremendously, like we do, and they've gotten a lot of created fumbles, and we had 0 on the day that we lost. And so our running backs had a big charge to do that, and they did a great job with that. And then defensively, Jacob Robinson and Chris Covington were our players of the game. Jacob Robinson had a great day, multiple sacks, and we had 7 different of our players that got sacks. We had 8 on the day, which is the second most in school's history. We've had 9 twice and 8 now once, and so that's a big deal. And holding them to 14 points was, I believe, the lowest road game, Big Ten win point total that we've held a team to since '93. So just doing some good things and encouraged by our guys' effort. They're just the ability to stay with it. I know it can be hard when you just work so diligently for something and then you come up short. And so the guys have stayed true to what they believe, but as I said before, we need a win, and it was great to get one. And so on the road is never easy. So excited about being back home this week and being in front of our fans, and excited about having our senior day, and a lot of guys that get to recognize that have done a tremendous job and have given a lot to our program. So really excited about a week of preparation that's ahead of us. So excited about a chance to play the Knights. Coach Ash does a tremendous job there. I know he's rebuilding that program, and very good football coach, and has recruited well, and has guys playing hard, and they run the football well, and play good defense, and have good special teams play. So Coach Ash is a very, very good coach, and those guys will be focused and ready to play, and it'll be a great game day for us to be able to have at home. Questions?
Tom, when you assess the quarterback situation, where are you at, I guess, with Peyton and Rich?
Yeah, just continue to meet with our training staff, and so hopefully he'll have another week to continue to heal and get better and rehab and try and get as much as we can. Right now I would say Richard's the starter, and that isn't going to change. We just got to get it to where Peyton is ready to play. I feel like that he's getting a little closer. He was definitely in a position where if we had to have him, I think last week we would have felt like he got us through some snaps, but I don't think it would have felt great if it was a long-term situation. So that will continue to progress, but encouraged by Richard's play and the way that he's responded, and just needs to continue to do what he's doing and play at a high level, play with confidence, and run the defense and run the offense and run the team. That's kind of what we give our seniors a charge, and Richard's I've kept him in that role as a captain all through this whole process, and because his leadership has never wavered, and that's a tribute to him. And so I see him just moving forward, and just got to get Peyton ready to be there if we need him.
With Ian Thomas, how have you kind of had to maybe balance the amount of snaps he's getting?
Yeah, he's getting healthier. And it's also you try to balance what you're doing with him in there, not in there, and so Coach DeBoard handles that, and so we're just trying to get in position. He's one of our better playmakers that we have, and so trying to get him still continue to get him more healthy each week with his rehab, and then but he's been a trooper. He's stayed in there and fought through it, and each game now he's gotten a little more involved each week, and so hopefully to get more involved again this next week. So it's just about managing him during the week, getting him have more practice reps. A few weeks ago it was basically just get him to game day, and didn't get a chance to do much during the week at all. But now he's getting more actual practice reps, and so I expect his involvement to increase.
How important has Simi been just for the offense this season? There have been kind of injuries and changes,
Yeah,
kind of all over the place, but he's sort of been that one constant.
he has for sure, and he's kind of been that rock there that you can count on. Made another big play, on Saturday where he just went up and got the ball and just kind of just horsed the corners and big boyed him a little bit, and so it's just been his mindset the whole year, and he's even fought through some things that we don't disclose as far as injuries and all, and it hasn't kept him out, but it's hindered him a little bit. But he's always right there. He's so tough, so proud of him for what he's been able to do, and want to see him finish out the season on a great way. So he's been like you said, he's kind of been the one constant amidst a lot of injuries and a lot of revolving door guys at each position, especially in the skill spots.
I know it's probably not quite time yet, but at what point do you have the conversation with him about potentially his future? I would imagine he's a guy with a fair bit of professional skill.
Yeah, he will, and that's we had a situation last year. Once the season's over, we'll sit down with them and talk it through and weigh their options and go through the process and allow the NFL to give us their feedback, and they will. And that'll give us the information that we need to be able to sit down with him and his family and make the best decision possible for him. So that decision hasn't been made yet, and so, but yeah, that's he's one of those guys that would fall in that category.
Are you guys going to have a list, or have you already, in terms of the guys who are going to participate in senior day?
Yeah, we'll have that list posted, and it should be out real soon. And so he'll be going through that just like Rashard did last year, and without knowing for sure what the future holds. But you just kind of will handle it that way.
Coaches, and I always like to see walk-on surface. Have you seen a better handle on the defensive line than that horizontal?
I tell you,
Gavin
I told him because I watched the game on the bus ride home, and I didn't really see it live what it really was, to give it the credit that it deserved. But wow, what a play! I told him, I said that. But you know what? I walked into the room, the defensive line room yesterday. I said, Gavin, that is just a testament to how hard you play. And I said, that was a great effort play. And I said, that was pretty awesome. So, yeah, it just and he's a guy, he plays. I mean, he's played meaningful minutes the whole season and comes here as a walk-on and just a high-energy, high-effort guy that never really says much. He just works. So from Center Grove High School here in Indiana, and a great program. Coach Moore does an awesome job there. So, yeah, that's neat to see for sure. And it was a heck of a play.
What kind of development have you seen from him? Maybe finding better pace as a runner? What were you kind of seeing?
Well, a lot of times at that position, you always have a lot of different guys in the rotation, and then you kind of settle in on a few guys that rise to the top, when you try and get him, because you want to get him in the rhythm and get him in the flow. And so what I love about him is his burst. He just does such a great job, and he gets top speed really, really fast, and his ability to get that one cut and go. And so, to me, for him, it's been just to stay healthy. Even last year he struggled with some injuries, and then just could never get to that point, and then got him through that, and then he missed here a couple games. And so, just keep him healthy and get him in the flow, learning, feeling comfortable with the offense, knowing so he can stay out on the field in the throw game, and whether we're throwing him the football, which he's had to show the ability to catch it, and also the pass pro. that's a big part of the development of a running back, especially a young one. So really encouraged. We need him to step up, and Morgan's has been a pleasant surprise. But Cole's the guy that I always really, from last year, always felt like he had a chance to be a really good one. And so we just need that. You can't have enough of them. I remember we got to last year, we get to the bowl game, we had like 3 guys healthy, and we thought the room was, overflowing in the beginning of the year, and then there's, only a few guys left standing at the end. So I just think that position, you just need a lot of depth there.
You mentioned Morgan. He's been dinged up at times, but he doesn't shy away from contact.
He ran really hard Saturday, downhill, and puts his foot in the ground. And you're right, he has been dinged up, and he's not 100%. And I know a lot of guys aren't this time of year, but really encouraged by his toughness. He's battled through injuries in his high school career, and that was kind of the question mark on him coming in, and I'm sure it had an impact on his recruiting. And so, but we believed in him, and he chose us. And so I agree with you. I think he's a physical guy that has a great lateral quickness and good burst, so got some size to him too. He's only going to get bigger. He's young.
Carry split between those two, is it something you look to keep around 50-50 or just ride the hot?
You do. I think you have to ride the hot hand, as it's the flow of the game. I don't think you can, you like to keep it as balanced as you can. You want to keep those guys fresh for sure, and they'll rotate in and out based on what happens on the previous play and if they get a long run. But, you kind of, it's definitely who's feeling it and how they're handling the game.
Is Ashawn able to go full reps in practice now?
He is, and we kind of had him on, I'd say standby might be the way this past week. It was really kind of getting him back in the flow. He's really battled a lot of injuries going way back to the off season. And so, he didn't play in the bowl game. It's kind of been ever since, and he's always kind of had some different things. And so really kind of bringing him along slowly. So I'm expecting a big week out of him, and we need him to rise up and give us that depth. You just never know. That's special teams too. We need his speed and his playmaking ability, and he's a good tackler and a tough kid. So yeah, I'd really like to see him, really increase his reps in practice and getting back to full speed.
Is there any other injury-related things coming out of the Illinois game?
We came out. This is really the first week. I feel like we came out and we had bumps and bruises for sure, but don't have anybody that played in the game that's not expected to play this week, which is great. I think that's the first time that's happened all season, so that's good.
Weekly question about Marcelino. Is there kind of any determination on whether or not maybe to just sort of say he's not going to make it back this year and shut him down, or he's still kind of trying?
It's getting close to that point. Yeah, it's getting real close. So, but that decision will be made here probably next. Obviously, if he doesn't play this weekend, and it'd be hard to justify playing for the last game and then the bowl game. So I think you just getting close to that point for sure.
Tom, coming off the win, then how was it any different on Sunday in terms of guys more jacked, maybe more focused, knowing that they got that?
Yeah, I think two things. First of all, yeah, there was an excitement for sure. When you win, and I thought our practice was highly spirited, which is great to see. And I think this comes from just the feeling that you get after you win a football game. And then also I think that they know we didn't play our best, and we were tough on them in the film sessions and in the right way, just because we have high standards here, and I believe we can play a lot better. I really do. And but that just kind of added to the, our one word for this week is hungry. That's why I want a hungry team that takes the field on Saturday against Rutgers. And I think just that experiencing that success, on the road, getting a Big Ten win, increases that hunger to want to be able to have that feeling again, after the game's over and play really well doing it, So yeah, I thought it was a very positive day, and we'll see how they approach tomorrow, which I expect them to be locked in and ready to have a great week.
It's especially important, isn't it, just to have a reward after 4 weeks of not being rewarded, just psychologically and emotionally and everything.
Oh, there's no question. Yeah, you need it. I think the coaches needed it. I think coaches' wives. I think everybody part of our program. you feel different. Not that winning makes everything, all your problems go away, but it definitely, you feel different, you know, and you work so hard, you invest so much, you sacrifice so much, and these players, everybody in this program does, and so you want to see them rewarded for that, and you know, that's what this past weekend gave us, and you know, it's just one win, that's for sure, but an important one, no doubt.